All right, we're going to code the maze. So start by putting your name up top, day 96 maze, and then your name, and you know the drill. Actually, my mistake. Open up the starter file. So if you don't have the starter file yet, get it off the Google Classroom maze starter file. Open that up, and then don't have it be named maze starter file. Say day 96 maze and your name, like I said, and I've already got import random and all kinds of stuff. Just realized I have to plug my microbit in. Hang on a second. Go and save, flash, and you should see a little dot blinking in the bottom left corner of your window. I mean, of the grid, and then there's some like things sitting there. Okay, so step 1, add code to move up if you press the A button. So what's up is we've got 2 variables, my row and my column. And right now we're in row 4, column 0. So that's the bottom left pixel on the 5x5 grid. It's blinking. And down here, we're going to do all our work down here. So if button A was pressed, and then don't forget to open and close parens, otherwise it won't work. We want to move up. And we don't want it to crash. So up is a lower number. So right now we started at row 4. So we know, initially we could say, we could just say my R equals my R minus 1. And I'll flash it and you won't be able to see it, but we'll see it work. Yeah, and it works until it crashes, because if you go all the way up to the top, then it crashes. So a good way to keep it from crashing is to say, if my R is greater than 0, then do that subtraction. Because if it's already in row 0, you can't go up any further. It would help to remember the top left spot is 0, 0. So anyway, I fixed that. Step 2, add a check that prevents you from moving up through a wall. The walls are all the lights that are already lit. So, and then it says you can tell if something's lit by doing, by checking the grid. There's a variable grid, row, column, and if it's 0, you can move there. If it's not, you can't. So, so down here in our code, I'm going to put it inside. We're first checking, should we even try to move? And if we should try to move, then we want to make sure the spot above us isn't lit up. So that's if grid, my row, my column, not equal 9. So if it equals 9, we're talking about this grid here. If we're allowed to go from here to here, but we're not allowed to move here because that's a wall. So if it's not equal to 9, then we do this. So notice it's 3 indents. No, I'm going to save. I'm going to flash. You should too. And when you press the A button, your little blinky dot should go up, but not go any further. Actually, and I didn't do it right. I forgot. We have to check the spot that we're about to go to. So I was checking the one before. So this is the one we have to look at, the one above us. So anyway, good. I'm glad I checked along the way. So now you press the A button and it goes up, but it doesn't go into the wall. It's just sitting there blinking. All right, so that's step 2. We finished step 2. And now we're going to do step 3. I'm just scrolling the document on another window. add code to move to the right if you press the B button, and also add code to prevent it from moving through a wall. So this is now the B button. So we're going to be changing the my column variable. If button B was pressed. Now, if my column, this is going from 0 on the left to 4 on the right. So if my column is less than 4, then we might want to add 1 to it, but only if the thing to the right is not lit up. So that's if grid my row my column plus 1 does not equal 9, then my column equals my column plus 1. So we'll try this, flash it, and you shouldn't be able to move when you press. It shouldn't move initially, but if you do go up 1, I press the A button once, and now I can check that it goes to the right. And the whole point of this maze, quote unquote maze, is to get to the top right corner. So step 4, add code to stop the game and put up a happy face for a long time, forever, if you make it to the location my row equals 0, my column equals 4. That's the top right. So let's check for that. Just any time, so it doesn't have to be inside of an if, but it is its own if. If my row is equal to 0 and my column is equal to 4, that means we made it. Display dot scroll you win, and then display dot show image happy and sleep. I'm going to be okay with sleeping for 10 seconds. Yeah, we're going to worry about random. And the code got tidy. So that's the core of everything. And let me just test it. Pixel starts at the bottom. I do an A button and then 2 B buttons, another A button, 1 B button, and then 2 A's and a B, and I got a you win. Awesome. So extensions, you have to choose one of the following extensions. Everyone must do one or something different that you discuss with me. And I'm not going to work these all out. So, because they're not necessarily even in line with each other. You wouldn't do them all. But you pick one. Think of something you could do to this maze game that would be interesting. And if it's not one of my things, then talk to me about it before you spend a lot of time doing it. And so if you don't do an extension, I'll give you a 7 out of 10. And if there's an hour to go in the period, I really expect you to do something else. Thanks.